What up, YouTube? We are up here at the semi-casual truck lot with all these beautiful, oh, there's a beautiful blue Peterbilt back there we're gonna go check out. Today we're gonna be comparing the brand new and all new Peterbilt 589, you heard that right, to the classic 389. So let's go find that 589 and let's go find the 389 and compare it to. So for some of you that may or may not know, Peterbilt has discontinued this model of truck right here. Uh-oh. Look at this guy. He's slinging rocks, I'm telling. Discontinued the Peterbilt 389. So this model right here with the classic really long hood and the completely riveted together cab right here with all these rivets on it, which most of you are familiar with, but maybe my European viewers are not, is discontinued. So what you see right here and the few that Fitzgerald has around here that are for sale are the last ones that'll ever be for sale in the USA because they quit building them. It's freezing here in Tennessee, by the way. Look at this ice. Quick disclaimer, though. The trucks that are here at the location in Crossville are not actually for sale. They're here getting upfitted with all kinds of other parts, or they're trucks that are already sold, getting all the custom accessories installed, which is what they do here at the Crossville location. So if you are interested in any trucks that are here, they will be going to the dealerships once they're finished with some upfitting of parts. So get a hold of Fitzgerald Peterbilt if you're interested in any of the trucks you see in today's video. So they do have to be sold at the dealerships, not here. Look at that thing. It's cold outside. There's a 589 sitting in the shop for us. We'll go look at that one, and then we'll pull it outside maybe, and we'll find a 389 to compare it to. So the greatest and the biggest reason we're here at the Fitzgerald shop, semi-casual, is a while back, me and Chris with Diesel Life, who has a YouTube channel, you guys have to check him out. We drove the Tratter taxi up here for something. What was it? We went up. Oh, we went to go get it from the interior shop. That's right.
Interior shop, and then
we picked up Brutus, the new truck.
And we picked up the orange cab over.
Yes, a lot of traveling. Everything. I wore this guy out. He was like, "I'm never going on a trip with you again." And on that trip, I twisted his arm and talked him into buying a new 389. So here we are. It showed up, his custom spec heavy haul truck. Look at Ashley. She's just like, yeah. So before we get into, there's a 589 sitting over there on the other side of the shop. It's orange. We'll get over there in a second. Let's check out this new Diesel Life work truck, heavy haul. So this is a true heavy haul, because the one I've got, people say isn't real heavy haul truck. But
right.
This is the real deal.
You've got the
ghost axle. I got the medium truck. It's in between.
The ghost axle. Yeah,
so like you got a 20K front axle.
18K front, because remember the steering.
Oh yeah.
Was a little better on the 18 than the 20.
Okay, yeah.
A little tighter steering.
Dual steering boxes. Big Daddy.
We got
Diesel Life green though.
Diesel Life green.
Yep. Platinum interior.
565 with
565 horses. Dude, look at all these axles back here. You got enough axles? You trying to overcompensate for something or what,
yeah,
dude?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, I'm trying to be able to stop taking the long route everywhere I
go. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes, around the Schmates nations.
Yeah. This is a 20K.
Pusher.
Steerable.
Yep, steerable pusher.
46K, obviously.
Yeah, when we were speccing it, I pointed this out to him. I was like, you know what? Every heavy haul guy I've ever talked to, like, they always talk so big about the New Way suspension. So we did spec it with some New Way suspension on the back of this thing, because I think it helps with the resale value, and it's just super beefy, and it is a really simple suspension setup too. There's not a lot going on, but super duper heavy, double framed front to back.
Full double frame, ready to pull.
Ready to pull anything and everything. Locking fifth wheel.
Yeah, Tommy was very impressed with that.
Oh, the locking fifth wheel?
That's the biggest one he's ever seen.
Yeah, that's the same one that's on my truck. Yep. The real freaking deal. What a truck. Now you got to get some fenders on it.
Yeah.
Huh?
We're going to put hood built.
Oh, there you go. Double humps.
Probably, yeah. We got to get with them still and get it all.
Look at that freaking pusher back. That airbag is huge. Jeez. So it does have active stacks. Active. Big deal. Platinum interior. Right now they're installing a CB, installing some Lights in front of the grill, inside of the grill, because he does heavy haul stuff. He's got to have amber flashing lights on this thing. Okay, yeah, sure. Oh, dude, that's bright. Jeez. Yeah, you didn't think the side lights would be visible. Look at them things. That's more than... You didn't want to look at that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's badass.
Looking fresh.
Oh, you didn't even... No, you have to, we can close the hood, I think.
You know how to do that? You better get, this ain't no Kenworth. Come on now. Oh, that makes sense. There you go. Custom front grille by the guys over at SH Tube. That looks sick. You can have custom grills ordered right here through Semi Casual if you got a semi truck they're building, or if you just want a grill. Nice. Got some stainless plates going on the front side of the boxes.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything. All right, guys, I found a 389 here that we're gonna take over there and compare. This one I think is shipping to 12 gauge customs. Some really cool guys. So this one is not for sale, but we're gonna take it over there and just do a quick comparison comparing the two. This is a really cool spec truck. This is like a light tan color with a brown frame. Very similar specs though, about the same length as the other one. Same 72-inch flat top sleeper, I believe. So got some snow on it. I'm freezing. We're gonna crank this thing up. All kinds of ice everywhere on it. Look at all the ice, jeez. For the boys. Boom, no, that didn't break, unfortunate. All right, typical 18-speed truck. That's the only way we order them around here, see if she cranks. She weren't happy about it, but she did. Well, folks, again, thanks. Huge thank you to Fitzgerald Peterbilt for giving us these two trucks for, 30 minutes or an hour to make some content with. Big question, comment down below. From right here where we're standing, can you really see the difference between the two trucks? I mean, the diehard trucker, like myself here, will be able to see the difference in most people, but looking at them from a distance, the only difference that's truly noticeable is the cabs, if you look really hard, and the one-piece windshield on the new 589. So most of you are pretty familiar with the Peterbilt 389, which we have right here, which is a custom spec truck that we Semi-Casual and Fitzgerald Peterbilt ordered for 12 gauge customs. That's why it's here at this lot, getting some parts upfitted to it before it goes even further north to get colder into Canada. So let's check these things out. So first things first, looking at the 589, you're gonna see this ginormous front windshield, which is great for visibility and really not a problem to a lot of us down here in Florida or in southern states where it doesn't freeze a lot, other than right now in Tennessee it's freezing cold. But a lot of people have their own opinions about how the windshields freeze. You can't keep them unfrozen and stuff like that. So I can't attest to that. I've never been in that situation, but that's one of the greatest differences, just looking right at the front of the truck. Moving over here to the grill, headlights, bumper, a lot of these things share the same stuff. The front fender mounts here do have a turn signal put into them, which is pretty cool. I think that's maybe a part, maybe, that could be swapped from the 589 to 389. I'm not sure if it is. My ears are freezing off, but it would be pretty cool if you could swap some parts from this, some of the new stuff that's put on the 589 to the 389. We're gonna stay on the hood topic for just a minute. I'm gonna open this hood up and then we're gonna open that one. And I wanna show you a very big difference. Now, this truck has been sitting inside, so it's thawed out. The other one's got some snow and ice on it. This is considered the long hood version of the 589 here. So looking at the front of this hood dead on, you'll see how this hood comes up like a giant V, because it has to get wide for the new, I believe, 2.1 meter cab that's on these trucks. Let's go open the hood on 389. We'll see the difference. I got something in my teeth. Can you see it? Oh, there it is. All right.
Is it frozen?
Basically, frozen shut. Now, look at the front of this hood. This one is much taller in length, quite a bit, almost a foot nearly, it looks like. And it does V out, but not nearly as much, because the cab on the 389s is a much narrower cab. We'll get into that when we walk inside the trucks in just a second. So with the hoods open, the new 589 does still have air breathers. Key feature, my ears are freezing off. The 389 still has air breathers, of course. It's always had air breathers, but something I want to point out, see this air breather right here? There is a pretty solid gap in here other than the ice everywhere, and where the air breather connects to the cowling on the truck. Let's go check out this 589 over here. Looking right here at the 589, the breather is like kind of cut in half a little bit, and it's mated to the cowling here, which is actually fiberglass, I believe, on this one. So my ears are frozen, dude. Good thing I got our clothing here from our friends at Ylivoimala from Finland.
Somewhere it's actually cold.
Yes, it is cold here too. What are you talking about? So breathers, huge difference compared to the 389 there. The breather also comes in at the bottom, swoops up, and goes over to the turbo. On the 389s, it comes out of the cowling where it's built into it. Let's show it. Goes into the cowling, out of the cowling, and then over to your turbo. So quite a bit different setup there. I don't know what that's going to mean for serviceability. I don't think Peterbilt would have done something to make anything truly more difficult to service, but pretty big change there, no doubt. So underneath the hood, things are pretty much the same. We've got a Cummins engine in this one, Cummins engine in that one. Both of these are 18 speeds, I believe. Still have a dual air ride airbag setup on the front, same as what's on the 389. So should ride pretty similar. Now the biggest change of them all, the cab. Before we get to that, let's talk at the back of the truck. Here at the back of the truck, the frames are almost identical. Pretty much nothing has changed on the frames, the way the fuel tanks are mounted, all the way down to the axles being mounted the same. But on the 589s, I don't believe this is a factory part, but is a factory option. Ready? Check that out. We got spinners on the 589. Pretty cool. This is a, I'm probably gonna get it wrong. I believe it's a 60-inch flat top bunk. It may be a 72, but I believe it's a 60-inch flat top. Obviously it's a flat top, but I'm not sure if it's 60 or 72. Peterbilt measures their sleepers a little funny. So now we've got to the back of the truck. Sleepers pretty much the same. The cab is the next big difference on the out exterior of the truck. The interior is definitely different. The exterior, let's look at this. First thing, see this giant step box here, right? Look at this. This is a Peterbilt 389 with a grass burner exhaust, which means there's no DPF system right here. It's underneath the truck. So DPF goes out the back. Still have your classic step boxes, so that's why we like on the Treader Taxi we have dummy stacks. So it keeps the classic step box look. The Brutus has the big box like that, but now what Peterbilt has done, which we'll show you on the other side, this is the same box that would have been on the other side if the DPF was encased on the other side. So you've got these big steps on both sides of the truck now, which is probably nice. Lots of storage, but they definitely lost the classic look. It went away from that, but lots of advantages. There is lots of storage inside there, a lot. On top of your batteries being here, the other side is a giant empty box. Ready to see inside? Wait, oh, get too far ahead of ourselves. Look at the door, look at the cab. See all these rivets everywhere on our sleeper here, and all the way around where this whole entire sleeper is riveted together, right? And the same thing on our 389 right here. The sleeper's riveted together. Our cab is even riveted together. When we visited the Peterbilt factory, we got to see them build one of these cabs. It takes like 4 people, 10 hours at the factory to build one cab. That's a lot of time when you're thinking about production and getting trucks out the door and they're being built, things like that. So a lot of time to build a cab. This cab right here is the same cab that's on the Peterbilt 579, I believe, and most of all the Aero trucks. No more rivets. This cab is built completely by robots. Starts out as big pieces of steel, and it's stamped. So, I believe this is an aluminum cab. I don't want to say I'm wrong, but I'm almost positive it is. I'm sorry, a steel cab. That one back there is an all aluminum with a fiberglass roof. I think this one probably has a steel roof on it also. So, completely steel cab here, stamped and made by robots. I heard that it took like start to finish one robot an hour, maybe 4 hours. I'm not sure the exact terminology, but way less time, and it's the same cab that's on every other model of Peterbilt truck. So I think that's why they went to it, honestly, was to save time and maybe build more trucks. So that's the greatest difference. Big solid window, much larger doors, and a robotic built cab, no longer the old school cab with split windows. Split windows are a thing of the past now. officially. Unless you get hold of Fitzgerald Peterbilt and snatch up a couple of these trucks that'll be at dealerships very, very soon. I hear they don't have many, and once they're sold, they're gone forever. Like never to be had brand new ever again. So this is a truck that's optioned out with all the Peterbilt accessories that Peterbilt offers. You'll see lots of chrome plating, chrome plated pedals here, shifter cover down in there, chrome grab handles, lots of really cool chrome parts just on the floorboard. And we'll point out some of the other little chrome pieces that are inside of the cab. But the greatest thing I feel as far as driver ease of driving a manual truck, right, is this clutch. On the 389s, the clutch pedal comes up out of the floor, right? This one, the clutch is out of the top of the dash because it's hydraulic. You press this one down, it's air over hydraulic assist. I think I can do it with one finger, you think? One finger. Oh, pointer finger. Nope, I almost broke my finger.
One frozen finger.
Yeah, one frozen finger. So really super duper easy clutch pedal to push down. Brake pedal also comes from up out of the top of the dash. Quite a few differences right there off the rip. We're gonna hop inside of this truck because it's cold outside. Biggest thing you cannot deny is the street presence of one of these 389s. Speaking of that, here's Chris with Diesel Life coming back off his first test drive. There ain't no horns in it. We gotta put some train horns in it. But look at that beast. That is a heavy spec truck, son. All the heaviness you guys see in the beginning of the video. Super cool truck right there. Just a big difference. He bought that truck, we spec'd it, and this is the first time he ever drove it. Because when you buy a new truck and you special order them, you don't get to test drive them. You just order it, and it's here. Let's check that thing out. These guys, oh, look at that, dude.
All the strobe lights.
Look at it in the grill. See that in the grill right there? That's really cool. That's sick. So there it is, guys. The 389 Peterbilt. The end of a end of a legend right there. And the beginning of maybe a new legend. What do you think? Are you happy you did it now?
Bad beast, man. I was telling Brian, that's going to make those 12, 15-hour days a lot more comfortable.
Yeah. You can actually talk on the phone and hear yourself think.
Leg room.
So Chris is going from a 88 Kenworth.
90.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Old as dirt Kenworth.
Spring ride.
And a one-stack Mac.
Yeah.
To the Taj Mahal, the Mac Daddy of American-built semi-trucks right here. Peterbilt 389. So you got in at the last minute and got you the truck.
Yep. This is it. No more.
There ain't no more. It's crazy.
I almost backed out on the deal, and I was like, you know what?
You know, we're in a time
where
no one else can say they've been a part of this time, where the trucks are just, you know, you probably look back, you say, hey, I remember when that Oldsmobile or square body Chevy, man, I miss those.
Hang on. You remember that Model T?
That's what I was about to say. And we'll be able to look back and say, man, I remember when the 389s, you know, when they quit making them. And here we are. What do you think?
Man, we was out here ice road trucking, and we come around this way through a pass, and I seen an elk and a buffalo frolicking.
And then the ground started breaking away.
And we hammered down, and we got out of there. High-tailed it.
So while we've got this 389 of Chris's right here, I want to show you guys the step box we were talking about. Yeah, that's fine. How the step box is, because on this 12-gauge custom truck, the way they special ordered it, it has the classic step box. And this one's got a classic step box on one side and a DPF on the other. So classic step box right here, which we call the toolbox, but there's batteries inside this one on one side. So you got a classic looking toolbox, right? See that big box right there on this one is now on the other side of 389. So let's look at that right over here. So big, huge box that houses the DPF system for the truck. So now the 589s have that on both sides of the truck, so now it matches. Before you couldn't order that on a 389, so at least it matches on both sides now. So guys, we're inside the truck. We're gonna pull it back in the shop, but they took my spot to park the truck back inside. To park a truck needs repair work tomorrow. But I just want to go over a few things on the interior of this thing. Lots of changes, like everything's completely different on the inside. There's a few shared things like the dash and stuff like that. I kind of did a little bit of a review on the 589 when we got to go to the event in Texas that Peterbilt put on for the 589 release, but nothing where I could go over every little thing about the whole truck. First thing to point out, these trucks come factory with LED map lights and stuff in them now, so obviously it's really bright. Sorry about that. But there is just a master switch to turn on all the interior lights now, so that's pretty cool. Still has the same style dash that's in all the other trucks. Couple different switches over here, because now your switches are over here. You got a few right here that are available to use, and we've got switches right over here on the side. There are chrome pieces right here that was added by Peterbilt for like accessories. Huge, massive change. You only have the option to have 6 gauges, so you better choose which 6 you want, because you only can have 6 in the truck now. So you have the front axle temp, I mean there's rear axle temp, suspension load, fuel filter, brake apply pressure, and trailer pressure there. So, but there are still lots of auxiliary switches to choose from. This truck does now have a thermostat in it. That is the huge thing for me, because the other truck you kind of picked between hot and cold and hoped it was right. This one will go to the approximate temperature wherever you set that dial at. So big thing. 2 cup holders you can actually hold a cup in. Big thing to point out there. We've got some storage in here for whatever you may want to put in there. 2 12-volt plug outlets. Lots of AC vents. You got 2 right here for the driver, 1 for the center, 2 over there for the passenger. Big visibility on the front windshield there. You've got a little sun visor there for the center, pre-wired and everything for your CB radio. I'm sure the wires already ran out there, depending on where it's out in the back of the cab or on the mirrors. Up here on the dash, you got some storage on the dash. You can almost stand up inside the truck here. Lots of space between the 2 seats now compared to what used to be on there. This is a Dawn of a Legend is what Peterbilt is calling this. Maybe we can help you see that a little bit better. This is number 41 of 589. They're to be built of the first 589. This is something really cool that I found in the trucks when we were test driving them. You got a spot to work and write on there a little bit. we've come to the future a little bit here, Peterbilt, so that's pretty cool there. Slide out tray to do some paperwork if you're a passenger in here. I do like the chrome accents with the chrome handles. A little bit more storage right in there. And that's pretty much a full rundown of the front driver's compartment of the truck. The shifter does sit quite a bit up underneath the dash now, because everything's kind of forward set back inside of here. But this is another factory option, chrome pieces right here. This is a truck that has not been PDI'd yet, pre-delivery inspection. So it hasn't been completely detailed out and cleaned. It's kind of just a little dirty from traveling, getting here from the Peterbilt factory. Right here's our sleeper lighting. Lots of changes back here. This one's still wrapped up, like I said, from the factory. You've got some storage up here, maybe for a microwave, another 12-volt plug there. I don't even know how to get in here. There's quite a bit more storage here. Maybe that's a shoe box for your shoes down there. Let's see if I can open this compartment here. There we go. More storage right in there. Looks like about a twin-size bed in here. All black exterior, interior inside here, which is not something I'm used to seeing inside of a Peterbilt. You've got another storage compartment here with, looks like it's got a cover over it right now for transportation, but fold that open. Oh, it's like a black hard table, so you can write and do paperwork possibly. Stuff to store more pin holder, things like that. And then we've maybe got some more storage in here. I don't think this truck has a fridge. That's definitely an option you can order with these trucks. Well, this is cool. Just this whole little area right here is not something I would have ever expected to see in a Peterbilt, with more storage up top here. Lots of 12-volt outlets. Like, there are a lot inside of this truck. You can lock the truck here from the back. That is a nice option right there, being able to lock and unlock. Actually just hit the lock button, so you're not having to get up out of bed. Huh. I guess this would be your alarm clock right there. Maybe some music, I'm not sure. Rear AC controls. It is fairly driver comfortable back here. There is no doubt. Speakers up above, inside the sleeper back here. So overall, here inside the back of the truck, you can see a much wider, much bigger front visibility on the cab. Just sitting in the back of the sleeper, that windshield does feel massive when you're sitting inside the truck back here in the back. So we can turn the power off there. We'll turn that map light off. All LED, but it's like a daytime LED kind of brightness, so it's not overbearing on the brightness of the LED. Moving back up here into the front, pretty standard seats that come in every truck. Biggest thing to point out is cup holders. That is huge for truck drivers. Cup holders in each door and 2 right here. So you got 1 for your Red Bull, 1 for your soda pop. And basically the same radio. Still have the steering wheel controls, leather sewn together steering wheel. Just lots of really, really nice stuff. And there she is, guys, the dawn of a legend. This thing is going to look great when Semi-Casual is working closely with a few companies to get a custom stack kit made for this thing. Lots of other cool parts. I can't wait to see what the customization community has to say about and all the parts they may come up with all the stuff to go on this truck. So going to be really cool to see what the I know they're doing some kind of a build off of these things too. Going to be at the Mid-America Truck Show. I don't think Semi-Casual is involved in it, but lots of cool parts. I can't wait to see all the different visors that are going to. Comment down below, what do you guys think? Are you excited to see the aftermarket, you know, possibilities of the new 589? All in all, thanks to everyone here at Semi-Casual and Fitzgerald Peterbilt for letting me have access to the shop, and of course always, and checking out the new 589. All right, Chris,
Yes, sir.
final thoughts.
I think it's wonderful. I think it's gonna make a lot of money.
That's exciting.
Yep, very exciting.
So we
It'll be a lot more comfortable. I would also suspect a lot safer. Some of those loads that are borderline weight-wise, I'm
Yep.
good now.
You're pretty dang set up. I think that the opportunities that are going to come from nothing against your old K-Whopper
Right.
or the one-stack Mac,
Right.
but the opportunities that come whenever you roll up with a brand new equipment definitely open bigger doors. I've experienced that a few times with the Tratter Taxi and other toys we've got, but
Yeah.
I think that showing up with a nice piece of equipment, people are going to maybe have you haul some more stuff. That's
Yeah.
going to be exciting. So.
Well, we got plans for the other trucks too, so they're not going anywhere.
Oh yeah, what's up with the K-Whopper? Here we're gonna extend it out a little bit and put it on
Okay.
air ride.
We're going to use that. Well, we're going to check that chassis out
Yeah.
that you gave us first. Check out the rear ends.
Or
make sure
scrap
they're
it.
good. Yeah.
One of the two.
If the rear ends are good, we should be good, and then we'll clean it up.
Go from there.
Go from there.
For now, we got a Peterbilt with lots of chrome parts to put on it.
Yes, we did.
You got a T-shirt for this thing yet?
It's in the works.
It's in the works.
Green bean.
The Green Bean. I think that's a good name.
The green bean.
Speaking of 389s, guys, we've got my 389, the Tratter Taxi, pulled in the shop. This is a 2023 model. Getting it all detailed out. We've got lots of cool stuff coming up in the following videos. If you are not subscribed, make sure you smash the subscribe button. Like this video. Comment down below on your opinion between the 589 and 389 Peterbilts, guys. We'll see you later. Peace.